How is it going, everyone? I want to take you guys through some big Resident Evil Requiem updates coming off of the Resident Evil Showcase, one of the most anticipated games of 2026. Before I get into this video, I do want to note that if you are looking to play this game on PC and Steam, our friends at Green Man Gaming do have the game 18% off for $57.39. This considerably beats out the $70 price point. That's the regular price point and the first Resident Evil game that is going with a $70 price tag. They do also have the Deluxe Edition 18% off for $65.59. The Deluxe Edition doesn't really contain anything that crazy, but some in-game costumes, weapon skins, filters, things of that nature. So you can check that out discounted as well. Link to that in the description box below, and if you do buy it, we get an affiliate kickback, which is much appreciated. But first of all, again, Capcom did run a 12-minute Resident Evil Requiem preview showcase video, and I think it was perfect in the sense that, look, this isn't a game that we need a 30-40-minute showcase on. It's Resident Evil. It's not like it's gonna be this 40-hour game that's gonna be revolutionizing with 80 billion new mechanics being introduced. However, for a survival horror game like this that is gonna be narrative-heavy, keep it on a little bit of the down low. A 12-minute showcase gives us enough insight without getting too deep into a lot of the narrative aspects of the game, and on top of that, we'll get people excited about the game. However, I do know a lot of people were disappointed about the lack of a demo. I don't really care that much about it. Like, I'm already sold on Resident Evil Requiem. Do I need a demo to sell me on it? I know some people want to get a taste of the game a little bit early, but nevertheless, I'm still super amped for the game. The Resident Evil Showcase concluded, and it gave us heaps of new details to sink our teeth into, as noted on the official post. Director Koshi Nakanishi offered a deep dive into gameplay for both Grace and Leon, and Grace and Leon's distinct gameplay styles is a big element of the game. We do know that Leon is obviously going to be the more action-heavy route of Resident Evil gameplay, while Grace is going to be that more stealthy approach, and it's going to invoke that more powerless horror dread that Leon, I don't think anybody really wants to play as Leon and get into the real dread of Resident Evil. Leon, you want to feel like a badass and you want to play the game, obviously, with an eerie vibe to it, but at the same time, you want to feel a bit like a badass. But I think the fact that they're juggling the two gameplay styles will be very interesting to see how that comes together and they complement one another. Grace's gameplay is brimming with tension and terror, while Leon's gameplay segments are characterized by suspense and exhilaration. These contrasting gameplay styles will stir up players' emotions more than any other entry in the Resident Evil series to date. The broadcast is jam-packed with information, including glimpses of early scenes from Resident Evil Requiem. Their two fates intertwine, experience terrifying survival horror with FBI analyst Grace Ashcroft, and dive into the pulse-pounding action with legendary agent Leon S. Kennedy. In Resident Evil Requiem, both protagonists' journey and unique gameplay styles intertwine into a heart-stopping emotional experience that'll chill you to the core. One single detail will forever tie Leon and Grace's fates together, linking them to the unforgettable horrors of the Raccoon City incident in 1998. Now, Grace, once again, is going to be that more stealthy, methodical approach. Grace finds herself embroiled in a case that brings her face-to-face with zombies and other horrifying creatures for the first time. Although she has training handling firearms, she has no actual combat experience and is flung into an overwhelming situation where she must fight to survive areas overrun with zombies using limited supplies. Grace must gather her wits and muster up the courage to fight the challenge of survival head-on while grasping for the meager silver of hope to escape, and it's up to you to guide her. Then you've got the action-oriented gameplay that will be available as Leon S. Kennedy. As a DSO, Division of Security Operations agent, Leon has been investigating a string of deaths plaguing the Midwest. A seasoned survivor who has escaped and resolved numerous incidents, he fearlessly navigates deadly situations with exceptional hand-to-hand combat skills and a mastery of firearms. Get ready to fully experience this gripping, thrilling quest for survival for yourself. Make them count, introducing the Requiem, a custom-made assault revolver, which bears a strong symbolic meaning in the game. This weapon is extremely powerful, so be sure to choose your battles carefully and save your ammo for when it really matters. Requiem could be the key that makes the difference between survival and demise. Remember that guns aren't the only way to deal with foes. For close-quarter encounters, Leon can use the trusty hatchet and conserve some bullets for tougher fights. He can also parry incoming attacks and kick, bash, or slam enemies using your surroundings to your advantage. Much like a lot of other Resident Evil games, exploration and crafting and upgrading your weapons will be a big aspect of the game. In true survival horror nature, exploration and resource management will play a key part in your survival efforts. Remember that your inventory space is limited, so you'll have to carefully choose what to bring and what to leave behind. As Grace, be sure to search every nook and cranny for blood and other materials, which then you can use to craft ammo, healing items, and other important resources. Leon, on the other hand, has an impressive arsenal fit for a DSO agent. Upgrade your weapons as you go to be better equipped to face the terrors ahead, or if you're in a pinch, why not borrow a nearby zombie's weapon? And they showcase a zombie with a saw and Leon attacking them, and then you can take their weapon. The link to all mysteries. What is Elpis? Elpis is the key that links everything together. The death of Grace's mother, Alyssa, Grace's own past, and the episode Leon is concealing and internalizing. Unraveling the mysteries that reveal the truth behind the events depicted in Resident Evil Requiem is up to you, the player. You've got a new breed of zombie. The infected that appear in Resident Evil Requiem have transformed into non-human beings who have lost all traces of intelligence. Despite this, some of them seem to cling to habits and routines they previously had in life. A chef absorbed in his cooking, a songstress that continues to sing, a cleaner still polishing mirrors. These zombies seem trapped in bizarre behavioral cycles, but will unleash aggressive attacks the moment they sense the presence of a living being nearby. I think that's going to add quite a lot of tension. Especially when you're playing as Grace and you're going in a more stealthy approach and you just see one of the zombies going through regular day-to-day activities of somebody in a previous life, and they completely break out of that once they sense your presence. Choose your nightmare. In addition to the option to switch between first-person and third-person perspective at any time during the game, Resident Evil Requiem will also include some difficulty options so you can choose to play just the way you like. Players who are new and unfamiliar with Resident Evil and survival horror can choose casual mode, where aim assist will help you take down enemies with more ease. Now, on the other hand, if you do want a throwback classic experience, those who are familiar with the genre can choose standard classic mode, where ink ribbons will be required to save your progress at typewriters when playing as Grace. This mode is recommended for those who are looking for a more intense atmosphere, and once again, if you want something that'll immerse you into the dread of Resident Evil Requiem, that's something to look at for newcomers to Resident Evil, or even not newcomers. I don't think that's something to look at. I personally won't be playing in standard classic mode, and I've been playing every Resident Evil game, but that's just something that's really not up my alley. But you know what? It's great that they're offering options. That's what you want out of a game like this, options in how you want to play. There's going to be a lot of people that gravitate towards the standard classic mode. They want the tension and the atmosphere to be heightened to 11, and they offer an option to do that if you do want. They also did note that alongside PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series X, S, and Steam and Epic Games, Resident Evil Requiem will also release on GeForce Now, the cloud gaming service. And the game is being optimized for a wide range of PCs ahead of its worldwide release, with high-spec PC players able to enjoy cutting-edge technology from Nvidia with DLSS 4 and path traced effects that accelerate performance and enhance image quality. We've seen some of the path tracing in the game, and that looks phenomenal, but bear in mind you will need a higher-end PC for that. Collaborations, they also note they have unveiled some collaborations. Those aren't that big of a deal, probably not relevant. And they did go over Grace and Leon figures that will be coming out. 2 Epic Editions, Resident Evil Requiem, will be available in both Standard and Deluxe Editions. The Deluxe Edition will feature 5 costumes, cosmetics, 4 weapon skins, 2 screen filters, 2 charms, and more. And you do have a pre-order bonus that's going to be available on all editions of the game. Pre-orders are available now, and you'll receive Grace's gritty costume, the Apocalypse, as a bonus. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard and Resident Evil Village Gold Edition will be releasing natively on Nintendo Switch 2 the same day as Resident Evil Requiem, drops featuring post-story scenarios and extra game modes on top of that. They also did note that there is going to be a Fortnite crossover in celebration of Capcom's introduction into the Epic Game Store. Players who purchase Resident Evil Requiem via Epic Game Store will receive Resident Evil-themed collaboration items in Fortnite, like the Grace outfit as well. The special edition Resident Evil Requiem Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller, featuring designs from the game and styled in gunmetal-inspired black, will be available from Nintendo on launch day. There will be a Resident Evil amiibo and Nerves of Steel. Experience Resident Evil Requiem like never before with the Premium Steelbook Edition, featuring the full game, Deluxe Edition contents, and a limited edition lenticular card exclusive to the release. That is available while supplies last, and you can pre-order that right now. Resident Evil Requiem is also available to pre-order on the PlayStation Store, and it does have the PlayStation 5 Pro enhanced listing. We haven't gotten insight onto how it'll be enhanced on the PS5 Pro, but hopefully that'll be worthwhile as well. But that is going to do it for me. Again, one of my most anticipated games of 2026, the latest mainline entry in Resident Evil, and given the success of the franchise with Biohazard in 2017, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, Resident Evil 2 Remake. I know the 3 Remake wasn't for everybody, cut content, etc., but still a decent game. Village turned out great. The 4 Remake was phenomenal. We got Requiem later this year, in just over a month on February 27th, and Rumbling has it, Code Veronica Remake next year as well. Resident Evil is absolutely cooking, and a lot of exciting stuff ahead. So that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.